They narrowly avoided escape last season. Falcao is gone now. He's retired. Not that he was a key player by any means last year, but I still felt like, he provided them with the experience, if nothing else, in the dressing room. So those are the 3 teams I have going down. Now, the ones that will narrowly avoid the drop will be a team that's also come back up. Espanyol, big club. And this is what I was saying when I say reputation. Reputation matters. Espanyol have the aura in Spain. That will be enough to keep them alive just in the first season back up. We have to put it very clear. Most teams in La Liga, they've barely spent any money this year. It's incredible. Like the league, that's where you have to give credit to Spain's academies, because the level of football in Spain maintains a very, very high level despite most of the teams barely spending any money. So Espanyol will barely survive. The team I have finishing 16th is Mallorca. I think Mallorca losing their goalkeeper is going to be a big loss for them. Big loss. I think, and I could be wrong in this, but the right back is also rumored to be leaving as well. So those are players that they will struggle to be able to replace. I think they're going to survive, but they're not going to do well. They're not going to do well. Then I'm going to put in 15th place. I'm going to put Celta Vigo. How much more can they keep relying on Iago Aspas? Me personally, I don't see it. Losing Strand Larsen as well, I think it will be a big loss for them. I think last season they rode their luck a lot of times. I think this season they're going to struggle. Celta Vigo, compared to what they've done before, Celta Vigo will finish 15th. In 14th place will be Las Palmas. Many people will have them going down. I don't think so. I think they have a fantastic manager. I enjoyed watching them play last season. I think they'll have enough to stay up. And more than that, finish higher than people think. Las Palmas in 14th place. Now, this is obviously where it becomes getting interesting, because this is where we enter this territory now. Just to complete the media tabla Baia will be a team who performed exceptionally well last year. However, this year I don't think they'll perform as well. Namely, Rossified's team. This was a team Rossified was watching quite a lot last season. Mason Green was lost. We have to acknowledge is a big loss for Getafe. So I don't think they'll do as well. They'll go down a little bit. They'll be the team that will complete the media tabla Baia. In 12th place, I have a team who performed out of the world last season in Alaves. I think they will also slightly go down compared to last season. So I have them finishing 12th. Now, this is where we enter what I call interesting territory. In 11th place, I got Sevilla. Many people are saying Sevilla, it will be different this year. Such a gigantic club. I don't think they've done enough, to be quite honest with you. I am very curious to see Lokonga play for Sevilla. Obviously, at Luton last season, I thought he had a good season. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Iheanacho was someone I was a big fan of. I would love for him to do well, but he's got big shoes to fill in En-Nesyri. And again, I don't think he's on that level. Losing Ramos' experience as well. Agume is a decent player, but not quite at that level. Mohadinho can give us his opinion, because Mohadinho is a La Liga expert.
Bruno and Joao Pedro or Solanke and Minta? Thank you, sir.
Who would you pick in FPL between Bruno and Joao Pedro or Solanke and Minta? That's easy. Bruno and Joao Pedro. Minta is being overrated like crazy. Minta is someone with 81 potential.
6 months of
Like,
top-tier ball
he's
knowledge.
got great
Any more to
qualities,
come, Sir
but
04?
bro, people are overrating him dramatically. His decision making is very, very subpar. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. Now, for the top 10. For the top 10. Osasuna. I expect a big season from Osasuna. Really curious to see Zaragoza back in La Liga. We know he killed it when he was there. I don't know why it completely failed at the Bayern Munich. I don't get it. It just didn't work. Obviously, he's a hobbit. He's a dwarf. But, bro, this is someone with immense quality. I like Osasuna a lot. I think they have a top team, good manager, and they'll be 10th, which for them would be a fantastic achievement. Heading into the top 9. In 9th place, Real Betis. Not impressed. Not impressed at all. Can Isco maintain the level he did last season? I'll be surprised if he can. I don't think they've done enough in the market. I don't think they'll be as good as they have been in recent years, to be quite honest with you guys. So I have them 9th. In 8th place, Villarreal. Top manager. Top manager. But they need a striker. They have not been able to replace Sorlot yet. I worry for them because this is a team who should finish higher. But again, they've just not done enough in the transfer market. So I've got Villarreal so far. I expect them to get a striker. They have to get one. So it's going to depend who they get. So far, as things stand, I have to go with this. We will try and anticipate the market here and there. But in this situation, I'm not expecting Villarreal, even if they do depend the market, to get a top superstar. And yeah, Nicolai Pepe, that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Now, in 7th place. No, sorry. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 7th place. In 7th place, I've got Girona. They're not going to be able to maintain the level they did last season. Straight up, not a chance in hell. I've got them 7th. And I'm going to be honest with you, I think that's being a bit generous. I think these two can interchange. I can see them interchanging. Losing Dovbyk. And more than Dovbyk, Alex Garcia is a problem. Big problem for him.
Nothing Valencia higher than 8th. You're on drugs or clip farming.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see soon. We're gonna see soon. And of course, Savio. Losing Savio as well. Jan Couto. These are... And juggling Champions League as well. This is something you're gonna hear me repeat time and time again. Teams that are juggling European football with league football, especially a club like Girona, they're not equipped to be able to do that. 7th place, maximum. Into the top 6. Valencia 6th. I laugh at people that think I'm putting Valencia too high. I laugh because you don't know and you don't understand. Number one, you don't understand their manager. You don't know who he is. You don't know what he was able to accomplish as a player. You don't understand his football IQ as a player because you weren't watching. You're a bunch of filthy, dirty premtars who wouldn't know football if it slapped you silly. Wait your turn. We'll get to the Premier League predictions. Then you can maybe speak to me. On this topic, you can't speak to me. On this topic, I speak to Bohadinho. I speak to Amori on this topic. Either way, Valencia. Obviously, a gigantic club. However, in recent years, they've been plagued with financial problems. The Chinese have tried destroying the club almost the same way they tried destroying Inter as well. Valencia have players coming through, and that's what keeps them
54
going.
months. Call me crazy, but Madrid will make a push for Trent before the summer.
You reckon?
ends. Contract expires in 12 months.
True?
We've been going after him hard, and Liverpool won't let him go for free.
Maybe. I'm thinking potentially, I see what you're saying, because maybe I don't think Trent would want to even leave Liverpool for free, but we'll see. Anyways, Valencia have two players here. Two players who, after this season, everybody will be after. One of them is Javi Guerra, who we already know. The other one, you guys don't know. But you will get to know. In my opinion, the highest potential out of any centre-back. You think Kubarsi is good? Jarek Gasirovski, who's been on my, obviously, hit list even before the European Championships that I've told you guys all about him before. Incredible performance in the Euro Under-19 finals to cement his stature already. Superstar. Bonafide superstar. And then I like the team. I like the manager. I'm expecting a big season from Hugo Duro this season. I feel like if he can improve his finishing, then Valencia will definitely hit top 6. Comfy. Now, in 5th place, I've gone for Sociedad. With Sociedad, obviously, Zubimendi staying is huge for them. Huge. And again, a top manager. There's a lot of top managers in La Liga. However, with Sociedad, what happened to them last season? They start well, and then all of a sudden, right, they enter a period where they couldn't score a goal. And the same thing is going to happen. I don't see enough goals. They haven't addressed that problem. Lenormand and Merino potentially gone. Well, Lenormand is gone. Merino potentially gone as well. That'll be tough. But it should be enough to get them 5th. Because their quality in the team and the quality in the manager is more than enough. Sadiq is shit. Now, we entered the top 4. And the top... E.T. Mini cramp. Oof. The top 4 will be the top 4 from last season. In 4th, obviously no surprises here in that sense. With Nico Williams staying at Bilbao, Nico Williams, the difference for Athletic Bilbao compared to the rest of these teams that you see below them is firepower. They have more firepower than the others, and that will be enough to get them 4th. They'll be juggling 2 competitions, Bilbao, as well. Make no mistake about it, because Europa League, for them this season especially, means a lot, because the final is taking place in Bilbao. So they'll be gunning for that. I've got them 4th. I think it'll be enough to finish 4th. Now. Now then. The vibes headed into this season with many people is they believe we're approaching, in Spain, they believe we're approaching 13-14 season again. They believe for the first time since 2021 we're going to have a 3-horse race. I say 13-14 because the level of quality in particular has increased. I don't think in 2021 the level of quality for these 3 teams was high. It was very, very low, as a matter of fact. I still look at that title as the title that nobody wanted to win. Eventually it was won by Atletico, but it was a title nobody wanted to win. This season, I genuinely think all of these 3 teams are in a better position than they were in 2021. Obviously, Barcelona, yes, they don't have Messi anymore. Messi at the time was the best player in world football, Ballon d'Or winner. But the rest of the team, madre mia, it left a lot to be desired. Atletico's transfer window, incredible. I think they're missing a defender still. They need one more defender if they want to make sure it's a 9-10 out of 10 window. Julian Alvarez, People don't understand how good this guy is. They still don't. They soon will. They soon will. Incredible signing. I see people talking about the price. As always, people trying to spin it and attack Manchester City. How have Manchester City sold this guy for 80 million? It's so funny because it comes from the same fan bases where some of their clubs spent 80 million on the likes of Nicolai Pepe or Anthony or Darwin Núñez, which I find absolutely hilarious. But they're thinking Alvarez, who's won everything there is to win in football already, is the person that is not worth 80 million. Much less, that's another separate topic. Incredible. And Sorloth as well. Let's not forget, La Liga top scorer, like after Dovbyk. Second to Dovbyk. Almost top scorer. He was 2 goals behind Dovbyk, right, at the end. How close was it between them two? I think it was 2 goals in it. Either way, Sorloth, can he make that extra level and get the top scorer maybe this year, with Griezmann assistant? Alvarez will play like a second striker, 1 behind. There you go. It was 1 goal in it. Barcelona. I think Barcelona have the manager that is best attracted to win this league title. Hansi Flick is a league coach, I call him. The way he sets his team to play football, Hansi Flick is going to accumulate a lot of points. The problem for Barcelona is this. The transfer window so far, in my opinion, has not been great. It's been poor. And that's where I'm a little bit struggling with them. Because if they brought in the players they should have brought in, we should be looking at definitely in the bookies odds as well, I think really, really close to Real Madrid. But there's a reason why there's a gap. No defensive midfielder, no left winger, no goalkeeper to replace, if not Ter Stegen, at least to put legitimate competition towards Ter Stegen. I mean, their second goalkeeper last season, fucking hell, cost them God knows how many points. And in my opinion, the way they've handled the whole Vitor Roque situation is shambolic. Because there is someone that you should be roaming as the backup to Lewandowski, or someone that can play left winger, and they've completely dished him aside, which is crazy because they spent 40 million that they haven't even got. So, also keep in mind, Araujo's injured to start the season, and Kubarsi, he's had a Pedri season. He's played in the Olympics, well, not quite that level because he came in late, but he was also struggling a bit towards the end of last season. Don't put too much pressure on the kid. Frankie de Jong, will he play? I don't know. I think he's perfect for Hansi Flick's system. Nobody knows when he's coming back. Dani Olmo, where does he play? Dani Olmo, Pedri, and Gundogan. Can they play together? So I think Dani Olmo suits Flick's system, but then what do you do with Pedri? What do you do with Gundogan? So I've got a lot of questions that aren't really being answered yet. Gavi can play as part of the two, though, here's the good news for Barcelona. Obviously, Lamine Yamal, the greatest 16-year-old we've ever seen. Can he be the greatest 17-year-old we've ever seen? If he continues on the spot, sure. He's going to be fighting for the La Liga MVP already. Make no mistake about it, So that's a big positive. And I think the other positive, this is split opinion in Barcelona dressing room, or amongst Barcelona fans, sorry. Lewandowski suits this system. He understands it. Remember, this is under the same coach where he was undisputedly the best player in the world in 2020. Broke all the records. He's not going to hit those numbers. But it suits the way he wants to play. He'll bring others into play, and then he can get on the end of things himself. I think he'll have a good season. I really do think Lewandowski will score a lot of goals for Barcelona, as much maybe as he scored in 2021. But with all that said, and obviously then you've got Real Madrid, who will head into the season as the favorites. We seen them yesterday. Still a couple of questions. And I'll tell you this about Real Madrid right now. I don't think they're going to get as many points as they got last season. I'll tell you that straight away. I think the Toni Kroos loss is huge. We've seen it yesterday. I don't think they have a player in midfield with similar qualities. But the individual ability that they have, and more than the individual ability, the squad that they have, they're going to be able to juggle both competitions perfectly fine, all three, like they done last season. Make no mistake about it. The unsung heroes from last season were players like Kamavinga to some degree, Brahim Diaz in particular. I don't know. But what it is recently, but I've gone up a couple of levels. If I was called the spoiler 2 years ago, they gave me the nickname. This is the spoiler 2.0. I've gone up a level, so if you don't want it to be spoiled, look away immediately. La Liga 2024-2025 will finish as follows. The champions will be Real Madrid. Too much firepower. Too much. And these two are still a little bit short. A little bit short. In third place, Barcelona. In second place, Atletico de Madrid. I'll tell you this. It's going to be close. It's not going to be 20 points between Real Madrid and Barcelona. I think between these three teams, we're looking at 10 points maximum. Between these three teams. It's going to be close, but I think Madrid will have too much for either team. Atletico ahead of Barcelona. Now, how can or what could change this? If Barca go and get Nico Williams, that can change things 100%. But at this point, I can't go under that assumption. I just can't.